Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this year's president of the Perry Rotary Club, Cindy Hendrickson.
This is a celebration.
Celebrate good times. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate.
Jeff.
There's a party going on right here.
Jeff? All the way off. Jeff Fitch, everybody, isn't he great? Hello, folks, and welcome to Rotary's 83rd show. Rotary celebrates Perry's 200th birthday. I'm Cindy Hendrickson, and I am honored to serve as the president of Perry Rotary for the 2014-2015 term. Now, I have about 5 minutes, which is great, as I have only 3 things to tell all my friends here tonight. First, let me breathe here. First, moving back to Perry to raise our kids and to grow our businesses was an excellent choice. Small town atmosphere everywhere. Everybody knows everyone. Our kids are safe. There's a huge commitment to volunteerism here in this community, and people look out for one another. We have excellent quality of life amenities in this area, in this whole community. We have Letchworth State Park, Perry Village Park, beautiful Silver Lake, an Arts Council of Wyoming County, an active Chamber of Commerce, countless higher education choices in the region, rolling hills, wonderful views, and all of this only 1 hour from a city. I love this area, and I hope you guys do too. Second, let me applaud each and every one of you here today. Whether you're from Perry, Cast Isle, Bliss, Silver Springs, you, all of you, help make our projects possible. You've seen pictures of the Perry Village Park splash pad. It's beautiful. And then there's the Wolf Creek Community Center in Cast Isle that we donated to. Additionally, we provided funding for the Warsaw Little League backstops. Perry Rotary put money towards the flags on our veterans' graves. We also made a commitment towards a nature center at Letchworth State Park. And then there's the pavilion in the Festival Plaza right here in Perry on Main Street. That's just to name a few of the projects in recent years. We as Rotary are able to accomplish much, both locally and internationally. Perry Rotary has sent support after these disasters, just to name a few. The tsunami in the Philippines, Hurricane Sandy, and the flooding in Penang, right here in New York State. But most of all, the soon-to-be eradicated polio virus. We also believe in participating in the Perry Youth Exchange program, which fosters goodwill and an understanding between countries. Sending a student abroad or hosting one is an incredibly enriching experience. How many of you have seen the Read Around Perry bookcases? They're all over. They're placed in strategic locations. They're attractive. The kids love them. By reading to a child and encouraging literacy, a whole new world opens up to them. In helping a child to read, you help them to become successful, and no matter what they choose. By attending our Rotary productions, or maybe you bought a raffle ticket with one of our great prizes. Maybe you showed up and stopped by our booth at the Arts and Crafts Festival in Letchworth State Park. You support Perry Rotary. And third, many of you may wonder about the Perry Rotary Club. Simply a community-based civic group consisting of people who are committed to working towards the good of their friends and neighbors. If you or somebody you know is interested in getting more information about the Perry Rotary Club, you can catch me in the hallway right after the show. I'll be out there. If you need more information, I can chat with you maybe. Okay? So, that's it. So folks, let's not delay. Welcome to the show.
Did someone say the show? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, town of Perry. Happy birthday to you.
I'm so excited to be here for tonight's 200th show, Doug.
What are you eating?
A donut.
I think you had enough sugar for the night.
Well, how can I have too much sugar? I mean, gosh, but hey, weren't those slideshows impressive in the chorus? Weren't they awesome?
Yes, indeed. We have Mike McCarrick to thank for that wonderful slideshow.
They did a great job. And hey, while we're out here, let's introduce the awesome band to us. These aren't just musicians. These are professionals, teachers, and in fact, Gary even has a recording studio at his place. This is how good we have it here. In fact, on bass we have Gary Holt, Tommy Fletching on drums, Guy Macaluso on lead guitar, and our very own Sally Bliss on piano. Now, of course, Doug, I've got plenty of donut. Do you want another?
I think I'll hold
Because
off.
I was strolling around the village today, and I couldn't believe how good the buildings look and the painting. I mean, it's incredible.
You know, we have Phil Cowie and his construction crew to thank for that.
Great job. In fact, let's take a look at the village right now.
Looks pretty good.
And I think we have a staff of painters to thank for that, too. They're artists as well. We have Jody Walton, we have Scott Safford, Mary Rooney, and the Rotary painters have made it look fantastic. A great job out here, guys.
Looks great. Looks great. Well, let's start the celebration with the Rotary Show Chorus under the direction of Michelle Weckberger, and they'll be performing Say It's Your Birthday and Dancing in the Streets.
Excellent idea.
dancing. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone you meet. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone, dancing. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone you meet. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone, dancing. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone you meet. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing with everyone, dancing across the nation, dancing for us
You know, Jeff, part of the bicentennial celebration was a contest by Read Around Perry to write a book about Perry.
And tonight, we have Perry native Patrick Brennan reading his winning composition. In fact, the prize was $1,000, which Pat donated back to local charities. And when it comes out in book form, our very own Mr. Scribbles is going to be doing the illustrations. Doug, I would be remiss to say, but you know, my submission came in second.
Oh, a very distant second. Let's listen to Patrick Brennan.
Second to last, maybe, but hey.
Maybe.
Hi, kids. Do you want to hear a story? Yeah! All right. How about all of you? I can't hear you. All right. This is a story called Henry and the Hills of Perry. Once there was a school bus named Henry. Henry always loved the month of September in Wyoming County in western New York. That was the happiest time of the year in his garage on Covington Street in the little village of Perry. After a summer of rest, it was time again to carry the children to and from school. All the bright yellow school buses were sparkling clean, their big tires eager to travel the road safely and in all kinds of weather. As the oldest and most powerful bus in the garage, Henry was given the place of honor, the front of the bus line each year by driver Ed, who would carefully move him into position. Henry had traveled many miles over the years, but each school year filled him with a new sense of purpose, and the same was true for driver Ed. He carefully maintained every part of Henry's 45-foot-long frame, from the pistons of his mighty diesel engine to the bulbs and the safety lights over the rear exit door. Now, some of the school buses would travel out Gardeau and Hanley Street towards Letchworth State Park, the Grand Canyon of the East, enjoying the contrast of the orderly fields of corn, flying right up to the thick tree line of the forest, which was filled with deer and other wildlife. Other buses would head north towards Perry Center, passing open and rolling fields of corn, alfalfa, or wheat. And of course, one large barn after another filled with cows. This was the heart of New York State's dairy country. Many of the students who Henry and the other buses picked up lived on farms. Several buses would go out past the Perry Village Park playground on Lake Street, up the hill towards Oaxaca Road and the Raceway, with the shimmering waters of Silver Lake off in the distance, the morning fog gently rising into the early fall air. It reminded Henry and his friends of the legend of the sea serpent beneath its waves. Finally, even more buses would head down Main Street, hoping for a green light at the 2 traffic signals downtown, and then out into the countryside, past the Silver Lake Drive-In, and even more fields of corn, and dozens of sleek modern barns filled with cows under shiny metal roofs. Now use your imagination here. No matter what direction the buses traveled, they all had one thing in common: a large number of rolling hills. Big and small hills, short and long. In fact, the little downtown of Perry sits in a valley, and there's no way in or out of downtown with going up or down a hill. Now, hills were always exciting for Henry. Driver Ed would carefully shift through all of Henry's gears to carry the children safely up, and then apply Henry's powerful air brakes to go down, releasing a loud whoosh, you gotta say whoosh, 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 sound that always turned the heads of the people nearby. Soon winter arrived in the town of Perry, and each day it became colder and colder with more snow and many times strong winds. Henry and Driver Ed had to be careful on the snow-packed roads in the country. Henry was very thankful that his good friend, Sally, the town of Perry snowplow, used her huge carved blade and road salt spreader to make his trips easier and less slippery. One cold and windy January day, Driver Ed guided Henry east down the long Route 39 Pine Tavern Road hill, passing the 5-corner intersection and on to the neighboring town of Mount Morris. Henry carried Perry students who attended the vocational school there. The ride was smooth, and soon Driver Ed parked Henry at the curb next to the other buses. But just a short time later, the call came over Ed's dispatch radio. A bad line of heavy snow is coming in fast. Return to Perry as soon as possible. Driver Ed quickly opened Henry's folding door and loaded the students. As Henry struggled back up and down the hilly road to Perry, the wind-carried snow hit them from all sides. Driver Ed used the telephone poles as guides to stay on the road. The students grew quiet as they strained to see anything at all outside, their noses pressed up against the cold, damp glass windows. Suddenly, bright headlights pierced the driving snow, and the hazy outline of a truck appeared ahead on a side road. It was Sally the snowplow. With her flashing yellow light there waiting for them, and she quickly pulled in front of Henry. She had also heard the radio call and knew Henry might need some help bringing the children safely back to school. Sally's big blade sliced through the drifting snow, dropping salt and sand behind her. Henry followed with his engine in low gear and his big tires taking them forward. Then finally ahead, a familiar sign through the snow at the entrance to town. The students read it together out loud, "Welcome to Perry," as Driver Ed hit the piercing air horn in relief. They had made it. Driver Ed directed Henry slowly up the hill of the snow-covered Olin Avenue entrance road to the school. The students were sent inside, shouting over the noise of the storm, "Thank you, Driver Ed. Thank you, Henry." Driver Ed and Henry returned to the bus garage through empty, snow-covered streets. But instead of being directed into the normal outdoor parking spot, they were instead signaled to go right inside to the large heated garage itself. The other drivers crowded around Henry, asking Driver Ed, "How did you do it?" Driver Ed reached up and wiped a handful of wet snow off Henry's warm hood. "Henry just loves the hills of Perry," he explained. "He knows these roads well, and he was a true hero for the children today." The drivers then decided to thank Henry with a special honor for the spirit of his success. From that day forward, all the buses in Perry would display in black letters on their side panels, "Henry loves hills." After many years, this was shortened to Henry L. Hill. So someday you may see a school bus go by and wave and shout thanks. It could be Henry. The end. Thank you.
I tell you, no, that's a good program, that Read Around Perry. A great job there.
sure
Thanks
is.
to Pat Brennan, did a great one. You know, Doug, I'm coming to understand that Silver Lake has been an important part of Perry's history.
It certainly has. It has boating, recreation, it has everything. It has it all.
Let me share some of my deep thoughts.
Uh-oh.
Do you think the lake was put in after they discovered the village? Do you think our mayor knows about this? Because, after all, he's an architect and he designs lakes.
Oh, you know what? Sometimes I wonder why I even come out here with you.
Me too. Hey, but let's see how Julia Child celebrates Perry's 200th birthday.
Let's do that.
Welcome, welcome to the French chef. I'm Julia Child. I've heard you've been celebrating. I always believe in celebrating. It's so much fun. And there's no reason you can't celebrate in the kitchen when you're working hard. What's that I see? A cork. A cork, they say? There's no good reason for a cork to be in a bottle, except when it's traveling from the vintner to my kitchen. We wouldn't want to waste it by leaving it with only a half a bottle. Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was a fine wine. No, it says cheap red wine. And we wouldn't want to do and pawn this off on any of our good friends, so we'll get rid of it. Oh, that's good. Yes, we're celebrating. I've been told we were celebrating, so I'm going to sing a song. I knew I was coming, so I baked a cake. Look, I baked a cake. And I'm not going to teach you how to bake a cake, because anybody can cheat and go to the grocery store for that. But I will preheat the oven, because I'm going to make a different, wonderful dessert today, straight out of my book, The Art of French Cooking. I will preheat the oven to broil. Yes, that's what I'll do. And then I'll think of why we're here, the wonderful celebration of this great municipality's birthday. I love Paris in the springtime when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. Sounds like a cooking deal. I love Paris, oh, I don't know the words. Whatever.
Paris.
A gay Perry.
No, Perry, New York.
Perry, New York.
Yes.
What Provence is that?
In the Wyoming County province.
Why, Wyoming County.
Well, that's where it is.
Wait, that's right. It only took me a few hours to get here from Cleveland. Oh dear, I've decorated the cake wrong. I thought we were celebrating the 2000th birthday of Paris. When nobody's looking, we can use our fingers. Oh, my, yes. Wait a minute now, Wyoming County. I think I've been here before, right? I think I've been here before. Yes. It's the fall, late fall. I remember the sights of the corn being cut down and leaves falling from the trees. And the smells, the beautiful smells of those rotting leaves and burning piles of branches and leaves. And yes, I remember the story. She was only a horse breeder's daughter, but all the cow manure. I must be suffering from a case of déjà vu. What are you doing there?
I'm cooking your books.
Cooking my book.
Cooking your book.
What do you think you are, Julia or Julie?
I'll get it done.
You'll get it done. Well, if you came here to get Meryl Streep's autograph, you can forget it. I'm Julia Child. Someplace my book is here, but if you stick around, I'll maybe autograph it for you.
Great.
Okay. The dish we're going to be cooking is crème brûlée, a lovely French word. Basically, it just means burnt cream. The ingredients that you would need are heavy cream, and butter, Also, some egg yolks. No egg whites. I'm not into health food. And certainly some nice flavors as well. I like to put a little rum into my creme brulee. And in my old age, I need glasses. As you know, wine glasses. Cocktail glasses. There was a little rum left, so whatever. We don't want to waste it. I think that was like a 151 proof, I'm not sure. And you need the correct tools when you work in the kitchen. Later, when we cut the cake, we'll need a good knife. Always be careful. It can be very sharp. We'll need a nice wooden spoon. We use this to stir the hot cream in order to mix it with the egg yolks. We don't want them to turn into scrambled eggs. We use a whisk in order to go ahead and whisk the egg yolks ahead of time. If I had my way, I'd also have a blowtorch. They wouldn't let me bring a blowtorch into the auditorium. Why, I do not know. In olden days, men would use a straight razor, or perhaps even a very sharp knife to go ahead and get rid of their beards. I wouldn't suggest it. Please, make sure you keep sharp knives away from everybody, because if you touched your face with it, you could bleed. We wouldn't want that to happen now, would we? On the top of the creme brulee, which is chilling in my refrigerator, this is the cream pudding, all chilled in the refrigerator. We're going to put both brown sugar and white sugar onto the creme, and then we'll put it under the broiler to cook. Are you watching?
Paying close attention.
This is in the book, you know.
You should remember it then.
Okay. Don't ad-lib. Next, we put some sugar on it. And then we are going to go and put this under a broiler for just a few minutes. If anyone likes to, if you're very bored right now, we can all sing Happy Birthday to Perry while we're heating up the creme brulee. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Perry. Happy birthday to you. We'll put the creme into the oven. Oh, what's happening? What is in there? The French chef! The art of French cooking! It's my book! Well, anyway, bon appetit.
Doug, I've psychically invited a couple of special guests tonight, and I sense they're with us.
Well, where are they?
I sense from my sonic and psychic vibrations that they are in the audience.
My psychically challenged friend, you better look again. The audience is this way.
Of course, yes. They are out there amongst us. May we please have the house lights so that we can recognize District Governor Scott McDonnell and his wife Vivian. powers never fail. Now for another observation. Did you know that our little kids here today will one day grow up to be big adult Rotary Chorus singers?
So you finally figured out how that all works, huh?
Sharp like a knife.
Oh.
Sharp.
I guess.
Why not preview the future tonight? Let's bring out the Little Kids Chorus under the direction of Denise Macaluso and Monica Jett.
And they will be singing, Do You Want to Build a Snowman? And Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Elsa? Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door, it's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay. Build a snowman, or ride a bike around the hall. I think some camping is overdue. I started talking to the pictures on the walls. Hang in there, Joan. It gets a little lonely. All these empty rooms, just watching the house take
Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
The teeny tiny spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed that spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Then the teeny tiny spider went up the spout again.
The great big giant spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the great big giant spider went up the spout again.
I told you that's the future right there, Doug. Was I lying?
You told the truth. But you know, Jeff, do you know who Perry's named after?
I think I got this one, Doug. I think I got it. Saw it on Entertainment Tonight the other night. It's that hot singer, Katy Perry.
Oliver Hazard Perry, the hero of Lake Erie.
Really? Well, at least our next skit will enlighten folks on an early pioneer who towered above average men.
are we on anyway?
I don't know, but the map says it's Silver Lake.
Look! Land ahead!
Well, we found land, so I guess we get to name it. What should we call it?
Oliver Hazard Perry? You gotta be kidding.
How about Commodore?
Commodore. No, but that's not a bad name for a hotel, Commodore Hotel.
Hazard?
Well, that only leaves Perry.
Well, I guess we could flip a coin. If we flip a coin and it's heads up, it's Perry. If it's tails, we got to think of a different name. It's heads. Perry it is.
Say, Jeff, did you ever wonder how the early pioneers cooked their food? I mean, they had no microwaves, no stoves, any of the things we have today.
Doug, I think the ladies are just feasting right here. But of course, I do wonder how they cooked gourmet meals like the ones I have every night at my house.
Well, let's take a look and see how they did it.
Good job.
You know, Jeff, tonight we have to publicly recognize a couple that put a lot of work into the Perry Bicentennial celebration, and that's Ford and Audrey Eberstein.
True, they did a lot of work. You know, a lot of local folks helped on the committees, but, you know, Doug, this bicentennial thing only seems to come around every 200 years. I know Audrey's pretty young, but Ford told me the other day he's going to be a little old. Time the next one comes around. Is there something we can do about this?
Well, I'll have to think about that.
Okay, well, while you ponder on that mystery, let's bring on a piano trio. Lily Kovash, Carrie Stolfus, and Jeremy Zerbe.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we find Mike and Anita, reporters for the Perry Herald, at the famous Perry Warsaw Airport to greet some very big stars flying in to help Perry celebrate their 200th birthday. And these stars are not just coming in for a party. They want to experience some of Perry's finer historic sites and possibly even invest a bit of their own talents in the Perry scene.
Wow, is this exciting or what, Anita? Here we are at the Perry Warsaw Airport, welcoming in some big superstars here to help us celebrate our bicentennial.
Exciting doesn't even begin to cover it, Mike.
Incredible.
OMG! Right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lady Gaga!
Lady Gaga, welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Are you here? Can I ask you a couple questions? Okay. Are you here to help us with our bicentennial celebration?
I am.
Wonderful.
Well, of course, anyone who's everyone, or however that saying goes, wants their shot at being on stage at the Charcoal Corral. Well, wouldn't you know, I contacted that Rick Stefanin. He told me he's booked through next year. He said if I wanted, I could try out my routine in 2016. And if I did okay, I might even get to perform at a super cruise.
Yeah.
So, Lady Gaga.
Please call me Gaga.
Gaga, what can you tell us about your outfit?
Well, of course, I have an ice cream theme recognizing many of the flavors offered at that Charcoal Corral place. Do you think Rick Stefanin will be impressed?
Oh, I think he'll be impressed, all right, Gaga. I think he'll be very impressed. Well, good luck getting on that Charcoal Corral stage.
Why,
That will
thank
be
you.
something.
I'm off to find a camel. I want to make an impression when I ride up to the corral.
Hey, Mike. Mike,
Oh, Anita.
you know Lorraine's out in the audience.
Yes. Well, anyway, there's, oh my gosh, look it. Isn't that the cooking show stars, Paula Deen and Guy Fieri, coming in right now? Man, that Guy Fieri's got some crazy hair.
Yes, he does, Mike, and is that a sandwich he's eating?
Yes, it is. But now that I think of it, Guy Fieri always has a sandwich in his hands.
Say, Paula, wasn't that Sam Gullo piloting our airplane on the way in?
Oh, I don't know, Shug. We didn't crash.
Oh, okay.
Paula Deen and Guy Fieri? What are two mega food stars like yourselves doing here in Perry, New York?
You tell him, Mr. Guy. I always get in trouble when I open my mouth.
You sure do. Well, we're here to help Perry celebrate the bicentennial birthday party. More importantly, that looks good. I can't wait to get to the Hole in the Wall restaurant. I understand they have one of the world's largest sandwiches there. I can't wait to take a bite out of it. It's huge.
I have heard that the Hole in the Wall restaurant not only serves delicious food, but the owners are super friendly and not bad looking.
Well, I hope so, because this sandwich I found in the back seat of the airplane, it's starting to taste a little funky.
So, Paula, why are you here?
Well, y'all, I am here to check out the quality of the Hole in the Wall's food and to make sure they are using the best butter. That's BUDDAH, butter, in every recipe, and that they're using at least a pound in every recipe.
Oh, that's a great thing. And I know that a pound of butter makes everything better. BEDDAH, Paula. Well, listen, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. Enjoy the Hole in the Wall restaurant. It will meet all of your expectations and then some.
Thank you. We'll see you. You want some of that? I didn't think so.
Found that. That guy, he'll eat just about anything. I've seen it on television, Anita. Well, I think that's about it for now.
Yes, well, Mike, let's keep our eyes peeled for more superstars coming in to help us celebrate our bicentennial.
Say, Jeff, were you ever a scout?
Yeah, Doug. Back in high school, I used to scout out all the cheerleaders.
Oh, no. I mean, like a solemn occasion scout, like raising the flag.
Oh, or you mean something even more serious, like a flag lowering?
There you go.
Doug, my 4-year-old granddaughter told me a real cute joke the other day. Do you want to hear it?
Do I really have a choice?
No.
I didn't think so.
This is a good one, though. Why did the chicken cross the playground? Wait for it. Wait for it. To get to the other slide. How do I do it, Doug? How do I do it?
We're all wondering
I
that.
can't stand myself.
Yeah. Me and about 800 other people here. Well, you know what? Let's get down to something serious. Let's bring the Perry Rotary Men's Chorus in to sing Battle of New Orleans, about a time when Perry was being founded.
1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. Fired our guns and the British kept it coming. Wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run it down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down the river and see the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. The captains so high and they made the bugles ring, but the 70s out of cocktails and didn't say a thing. Fired our guns and the British kept it coming. Wasn't as many as it was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eye. We held our fire drills, we the faces well, then we opened up our drills, we really did well. wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Fire once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where the rabbits wouldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. When fire our guns to the barrels of the downs and we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We cut his head and cannonballs and brought it behind and we took his head off. Hey, the thigh! It wasn't as many as it was a while ago. Fire once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. And they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where the rabbits wouldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Doug? Yes? I think after that exhibition, we pretty much know that the pioneer spirit is alive and well in Perry.
You mean that determination to survive and bring home the bacon?
Well, I'm not sure about the bacon part, but we do have a very skilled hunter with us tonight.
Wow. Bang! I got him. Oh my God, I got him. Now what do I do? Wonder if I should shoot him again. Oh, that's right. I Googled 10 steps to field dressing a deer here. My first big buck. Wow. Wow. He's a fat one. Can't mount that head. Oh, wow. All right, let's see here. Let's see. To field dress a deer, you'll need a sharp, sturdy knife. Oh, I forgot that. You got to wear a pair of shoulder-length plastic field dressing gloves to keep your arms and clothes clean. What? Why on earth? Why on earth would you want to? Oh, anyway, latex surgeon gloves worn over the loose-fitting plastic gloves will help prevent punctures and give you better control when working the feel inside the body cavity. Holy mackerel. Well, step number 1. Roll the deer on his back. Okay. Okay, with his head uphill so it will drain from there. Push the hind legs forward and cut carefully around the rear end. Pull that out a few inches and tie it off. Well, I'm not doing that. All right, step number 2. Make a 2-inch incision just below the breastbone. God, you are fat. Okay, with your free hand, okay, turn the cutting edge of your knife blade, which I don't have, and place it between your 2 fingers. Shouldn't do that. And use them to guide from the breastbone to the pelvic bone
And open up the body cavity without cutting into the stomach or intestines. Wow. Holy. Step number 3. Cut around the private parts and remove them.
Back on Thursday nights, that was the Perry Rotary Players' tribute to the Big Bang Theory.
Jeff, what is that you're all wrapped up in?
Doug, this is a beautiful handmade quilt from my friend Cynthia Fisher. They had a gorgeous display of them in the Fireman's Building this summer for the 200th celebration. I think we should show everybody what it looks like.
Yes, let's show them the quality of this.
This is the bicentennial quilt of Perry, and Doug, see that handsome guy right there? That's my picture that Cynthia put in. Yeah, that's right, folks. Yeah.
What a dreamer. You know, it takes a lot of talent and a lot of hard work to make a quilt like this, but I know another performer that knows a lot about talent and hard work, and that's Nicole Bramer.
And she's going to be singing a Patsy Cline favorite for us tonight, Crazy. That's right.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's return to the Perry Warsaw Airport with Mike and Anita to see if there are any other sightings of some famously fabulous stars.
Boy, I tell you what, Anita, I am so excited to spot some superstars out here today.
Oh, Mike, is that John Travolta?
Oh, it is!
Wow.
Stay alive! Stay alive!
Mr. Travolta, I can't hardly...
You can't dance, you can't sing, and you certainly can't do one of these.
Wow.
So,
No, I
John,
can't.
what are you doing here?
Is that... Well,
You haven't been deer hunting, have you?
I have...
Okay.
Well, as you know, my career has not been good lately. And in addition to helping you folks with the bicentennial, I thought
Thank you.
perhaps I could meet that producer, famous producer Wes Klein, and perhaps get a part in the play, help jumpstart my career.
Oh, you want to get in the Rotary show. I tell you, getting in the Rotary show has launched many a career.
And it has ended many others.
That's true.
Oh, look, there's Wes. Hey, Wes, could you come here now, please?
Hi, Anita.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Wow.
Say, aren't you, what's his name?
I am, what's his name? I am John Travolta. You, Mr. Klein, sir. Is there a chance that you could possibly get me into your show? I could do something.
I don't know. Anything I've seen you in so far, the stuff isn't very good. What can you show me?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you need some work there. That's for sure. Hey, have you ever moved props around on a set between acts before?
No, but I think I could do that.
I think you can too. I think it'd be perfect for you. matter of
Okay,
fact.
okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Is that Wes Klein a great guy or what? I sure hope he can get John Travolta's career back on track.
Me too.
Nita, come here. Come here, come here. Who is that guy dressed all in black, kind of slithering around out there?
Mike, I think that is. Yes, I know it is. It's that spooky book writer, Stephen King. Excuse me, Stephen King? You are Mr. King, aren't you?
Well, yes, I am. Might you be the sea serpent queen? I understand this town has a lake with a large and scary sea serpent. And every year the townsfolk sacrifice the sea serpent queen to the serpent to keep the lake tranquil.
Whoa. Yes, Mr. King, we do have a story about a large sea serpent in Silver Lake, but it's just a hoax.
Oh, really? Well, have you ever seen it?
Well, no one's ever seen it. Not a real one, anyway.
Well, if you haven't seen it, and you haven't seen it, how do you know it's not there?
Actually, that's a good point.
Point.
He's got a
We
good
haven't
point.
seen it. We don't know it's not there. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm here to do some research on the sea serpent, and I understand that Birmingham Books is the place to do it.
Ah, yes. Mr. King, it's Burlingham Books, and it's a great, great place to do your research. There'll be plenty of great stuff on the sea serpent. Before you leave, though, I have to ask you, your duffel bag or your luggage there looks rather interesting. Can you tell us what you have in there?
Well, keep this between us.
Okay.
When I write, I even scare myself. So I have to keep my nightlight, my monkey with me to soothe my nerves.
Well, that is very interesting, Mr. King, and we will keep it, our little secret. Well, good luck with your search for sea serpent information.
Well, thank you. I'm off to Birmingham Books.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Let's tell you what, Anita, that guy is a little bit spooky, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, Mike.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes peeled for some more stars.
7 marry 3. Where are Ponch and John when you need them? The Perry Rotary Players. Remember Chips.
Oh, boy. Ooh. 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 Boy, it's good to have a schwitz.
Yeah, sweating is so macho.
Ooh. You guys catch the game last night?
Yeah, Ravens versus Cardinals. Epic. Hans, you see that last drive?
Oh, the red cardinal is so vivid.
Well, it's time to get out of here.
In its final season, the Perry Rotary Players give a bon voyage to 2.5 men.
Doug, sad to say, but the Sabres have been having a tough time of it this season, so they hired me to clean house.
Great, they finally filled somebody to fill that locker room position, cleaning.
Now what gives you that idea? I mean, I'm in charge of special events, and I know a special event when I see one.
Let's watch.
Kelly's Old Timers have been part of Perry since 1950. Through the years, they have played for many couples' weddings. And now, they find themselves playing at some of those same couples' 50th anniversary celebrations.
Oh, Archie, I can't believe we've been married for 50 years.
I can, Edith. It seems like 100.
You know, back then, Archie, the wedding vows meant something.
Yep.
Today, it's like for better or worse until something hotter comes along.
Hey, you're right, Edith.
You know, that gives me an idea. Why don't we renew our wedding vows on our 50th?
I don't think so. Once was enough.
You know, today, Archie, the young couples write their own vows.
Whoop-de-doo.
Well, I know if I was to write them again, I'd have you promise not to hog the blankets, and I'd have you promise not to squeeze the toothpaste tube in the middle. And I'd have you promise not to slap me on the butt in the morning and say, "Come on, Edith, slap those thighs together and get my breakfast done." And I'd have you promise to pick up after yourself and promise to put the toilet seat down. Oh, I'm on a roll now, Archie. And promise not to make stinkies under the covers at night.
And I'd have you promise not to develop into a dingbat.
Yeah, Archie, we've changed a lot in 50 years.
Yeah, I've gained a few inches around the middle, Edith.
That probably explains why you can't hit the turlet.
Stifle it.
Oh, I'm glad to see the screw-up fairy hit you this year. What about me, Archie? I used to be a size 4.
Yeah, petite.
Yeah, Archie. The only thing now I can fit into after 50 50 years is my wedding earrings. I've got so many ripples that some days I don't even know which ones to put my bra on. You know, Archie, when I looked in the mirror this morning on our 50th anniversary, all I could see was fat and oldness.
Yep.
You know, I could really use a compliment right about now, Archie.
Your eyesight's not failing anyway, Edith.
Yeah, Archie, we're kind of like that all-you-can-eat buffet over there. What should be hot is cold, and what should be firm is limp.
Yep. You know, there's a lot of zippity in this old doodah yet.
Well, you know, Archie, I still got it, too. Like I just walked by that table over there with Don Butler and Roger Paddock, and they both whistled at me.
They didn't whistle at you, Edith. That was Roger wheezing and Don Butler trying to suck his false teeth back in his mouth. But at least, Edith, you still got a twinkle in your wrinkle and a song in your heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the traditional anniversary dance. The groom has this evening picked out a lovely song which expresses his thoughts entirely on this monumental occasion. Oh, the old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be many long years ago.
It's still in reruns. The Perry Rotary players love MASH. Where everyone knows your name. The Perry Rotary players hang out at Cheers.
Doug, I think you're probably familiar with one of the oldest puzzles facing mankind. Which was discovered first, Perry or Perry Center?
Well, you know, I'm going to have to check that out at the Kelly Museum.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll bet Kelly's old-timers were there to entertain the people. Why, they've been one of the most popular bands in Western New York since Woody Kelly was playing with them.
Well, you know what? We're in luck. They're here to perform for us tonight.
We are in luck.
Oh, what a amongst all my troubles, down among the bubbles, many made a fool out of me. Then every night when the starfish came out, many hugged and kissed me so. Oh, what a time I had with Minnie the mermaid, down in her seaweed bungalow. Then every night when the starfish came out, Minnie hugged and kissed me so. Oh, what a time I had with Minnie the mermaid, down in her seaweed bungalow, down low. Down in her seaweed bungalow, amongst the bubbles, down in her seaweed bungalow. Hey, everybody, it's square dance time. Let's get 4 more couples out there. Gentlemen, check your sets. It's square dance time. How about a little of that inky dinky parley-vous? Left on the corners, all going right and left around the hall. Inky dinky parley-vous. Oh, inky dinky parley-vous. Now the head 2 couples, forward and back. Parley-vous. You forward again and you do-si-do, parley-vous. All the men left on the corners, all going right and left around you go, inky-dinky parley-vous. Oh, the first Marine, he found the beans, parley-vous. The second Marine, he cooked the beans, parley-vous. The third Marine ate all the beans and then went down in the submarine, inky-stinky parley-vous. Now the side 2 couples, you forward and back, parley-vous. Forward again and you do-si-do, parley-vous. All the men left in the corners, all going right and left around the hall, inky-dinky parley-vous. Straight, you promenade 8, you all promenade away, inky-dinky parley-vous. Let's hear it for the dancers, everybody. Hey. Good job.
When the same.
Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Oh, when old guy plays his horn, when he rolls how to blow some corn. I want to be in that number when old guy, he plays his horn. Blow that horn, man. Well, when we all get to play in that heavenly band someday, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. We're all gonna play. Oh Lord, I wanna be in that number when the saints go marching in.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's check back in with Mike and Anita at the Perry Warsaw Airport to see if there are any other superstars coming to our bicentennial celebrations.
Say, Anita, do you think that Stephen King will scare some of those customers down at Burlingham Books?
Well, Mike, I will share this with you. I was a sea serpent queen. And after talking to Mr. King, I went straight home, hid my crown, my sash, and everything to do with it.
I do not blame you for that, that's for sure. Whoa!
That's right.
That's Donald Trump. I know that's Donald Trump.
Yes, it sure is, and look at that beauty he has on his arm.
Yeah, he does like those beauties. Mr. Trump, sir, Mike and Anita from the Perry Herald. Nice to see you. May we ask you a couple of questions?
Your pleasure.
It is, sir. May we ask you a couple of questions?
As long as they're not dumb questions, Mikey, because otherwise you're fired!
I forgot. You really do that really well.
I do.
So, Anita, what was that you wanted to ask Mr. Trump? Go ahead.
Mr. Trump, first of all, thanks for coming to our bicentennial celebration.
Your pleasure.
Mr. Trump, is that Marilyn Monroe with you?
Funny you should ask. You know, if you don't know, you're pretty dumb. I'm a billionaire. And I went to the Marilyn Monroe auction, and I bought her hairbrush. And I took the hair from that brush to my science people. And I said, clone this thing for me. Unfortunately, I had also used it on my Russian wolfhound. So, sort of, Marilyn.
So, yes, I see that.
That explains a couple of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
Sure. Yeah.
So, Mr. Trump, is there any other reason you made the trip?
Yes, there is. I'm here to buy Perry. I couldn't get the bills, so take that, Pagula.
Do you mean you want to buy the town of Perry, Mr. Trump?
Mikey, another stupid question. You're close to the door. Of course I want to buy the whole of Perry. What's good for something that isn't all there?
Mr. Trump, sir, I don't believe Perry is for sale.
Everything's for sale at the right price.
Well, Mr. Trump, actually, the town of Perry is not for sale. However, I know of a beautiful establishment that would make your perfect next Trump Casino Entertainment Center. It's called Blodgett's Beanery. It's in downtown Perry Center overlooking Kelly Ford Motor Company.
Sounds great. Where do I find this Blodgett and his beanery?
Mr. Trump, sir, Mr. Blodgett and Mr. Beanery are not available.
Perfect! I don't like dealing with people anyway. Give me a nice warm LLC or a corporation, and I'm happy. How do we get there? Is there a limo?
Well, we don't have a limo service available. However, if you can dial 1-800-JEFF-FITCH, a speedy little car will show up and take you wherever you want to go.
Jeff Fitch. Are you his clone?
Close. We're Irish twins. We're 5 months apart.
Huh? Should have seen that coming. You dial him up there, sweetie pie. You getting him?
Do you think I might be the next Mrs. Lucky?
Take care of your kids.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Mr. Trump. Wow. I think I got fired a couple of times, so we better get out of here, huh?
I think so.
Well, I don't see any more stars right now, but it's been sure great just talking with the ones we saw.
Well, Mike, I'm still hoping that maybe George Clooney, or maybe Brad Pitt, or maybe Tom Selleck will still show up. Somebody famous like that.
Yeah, I think you have a theme in mind there, Anita.
Come here, little sea serpent. Come here, little sea serpent. I'm ready for you. Where are you?
What are you doing?
Oh, just scared the jumping jeepers out of me, Doug. After I heard about that sea serpent, I thought somebody better step up and be the defender of Perry, plus all the fine fair damsels that I spotted earlier, and I think maybe a few of them would like me to probably protect them personally.
Hey, get back here. Remember where you are in school. Speaking of school, do you remember being here when that strict principal, Kenny Leader, was here?
Hey. Boy, do I. I was in his office every other day, and it wasn't for anything good, I can tell you.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
You know what, though? Let's look in at the Perry Center Grammar School.
Yikes.
Come on, children, come on. Right this way, follow me. Sally, Billy, stop playing with Bobby. Jimmy, Joey, Marie, Lucy, Nancy, come on, Nancy. Jim, Donnie, Bobby, Dr. Billy, Donnie, little Donnie. Okay, are we ready? Just like we practiced now, ready? A peanut sat on a railroad track. Its heart was all aflutter. Along came engine number 9. Stop! Peanut butter. Okay, off you go. 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 Now? Oh. Go.
Doug? Do you think when Admiral Perry was fighting the French on the Silver Lake during the Civil War, they had to cancel the water ski championships that summer?
What you just said is so wrong on so many levels, I don't know where to begin. Let's look at something that's right. Your local pharmacist, he always has to be right.
Here you go. You let me know if this doesn't work, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Who's next? Can I help you? What?
I need some poison.
Poison?
I need some arsenic.
Arsenic? What are you going to do with arsenic?
I need to kill my husband.
What? I can't sell you arsenic. You know how illegal that is? We'll both get in trouble. I'll go to jail. We'll both go to jail. What in the world did you come to me? Why did you think I could sell you arsenic? Huh. Well, that looks like my wife.
Your wife and my husband.
Ah, that's different. Why didn't you tell me you had a prescription?
What do you think is one of the best character traits to have?
Oh, I don't know. Honesty, integrity, hard working.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about me. But, how about happy?
Happy's good.
In fact, let's bring out the Rotary Show Chorus to wrap up our celebration, and they'll be singing the song, Happy, just for us.
Great.